yo, y'all do this right, there's a lot more work where that came from. No doubt. All right, are you having a good time so far? All day today. I'll even falls like heroin in your nose. 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 In the spot that I'm representing Jersey, spitting rhymes like a clock. Into the Cape Fear where MCs be shell shock. I got the stash in my dash with the stuff together. Why the product user? The stupid hooker user. The pimp with the blow count and bang with the land closer. I get a charge from the sound of the bumps. I was made to crush. I'm written rappers till they bust. My Benjamin is elite. Mega deep. 20 steep. We creep in a final complete. That's how I'm passing for the 9-5, son. We don't promote no masquerade, cause we be players from day one. We spark trends, we make hits. Get that Larry, yo, be on some real live shit. I'll even fools like heroin in your nose. Get that Larry, yo, be on some real live shit. I'll even fools like heroin in your nose. Get that Larry, yo, be on some real live shit. I'll even fools like heroin in your nose. Get that Larry, yo, be on some real live shit. I'll even fools like heroin in your nose. Get that Larry, yo, be on some real live shit. Smoke tinted windows, cause I'm moving with heat. I got a mean ass bull in my shotgun. You can keep up with AJ and the beat. That nigga Larry, you'll be making rappers with you. You know it like my tail. Jake is on my tail. I blew up the block, I left a haze like black hair. I use an M16 to blast clowns off the planet in cold blood. My heart is knitted granite. My counterpart, hold the K to the death. Make a mass murder bullets left. We got the whole game locked, stole. Beats on hold like a pimp on the stroll. I bust the caps to the sugar-coated rap, yo. This is the lyrical terrorist manifesto. Sipping the Remy, getting lit. I'm hit. It made a fat split from some real live shit. I'll even fools like heroin in your nose. 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 Back once more, for my niggas with the encore. One last verse, the blow the spot, then I burst. I'm about to sing cause I'm on some low shit. Bank roll niggas on that ghetto pro shit. Damn, I hate to settle for less. True that. I wanna live mega fat, push hands like a diplomat. Automatic text, Lazarus around my neck. Engineering shit with Corleone respect. The international world-class dog came to reign on hip-hop. I can't get stopped. I shoot the breeze with expertise. The mic is like a toaster when I'm on my squeeze. The criminologist kicking criminology. The way I'm shaking you is like playing robbery. So yo, get on the floor and get face down. Take these drugs to your head so I can bust your fucking crown. That's what you get for playing slick. Kick that bit out, we don't be on some real life shit. I'll even fools like heroin in your nose. 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 I'll even fools like heroin in your nose.
All right. What's going on, everybody? What's up, gangsters? How's everybody doing? Shout out to the strong peoples in the chat. As always, you nation represent. It's been a while. I've been on the road. because you guys know I'm a hard-working man, but I'm about to make some changes. About to do some things differently. But I want to talk to y'all about this conversation I had yesterday. Very interesting conversation I had with two women, two black women. And no doubt, I got mad love for both of them. I learned a few things. And let me tell you what I've learned. If you look at the title, right? The title says, the benefit of being a bad person. I forgot to put in there as being a bad person on social media. You know, I've been watching social media now for a year or two, especially in this sector, you know, coming from the conscious community. This sector was all new to me. So I sat back and watched how things played themselves out on this sector. I've even participated in some of the things that played out on the sector. Now I'm a part of the sector of YouTube that they call Black YouTube. Some people say that there is no such thing as Black YouTube, but then I guess whoever you want to have a debate with, you know, you can settle that back and forth or go back and forth about that until doomsday. Some people will say there is a black sector of YouTube. Some people will say that's just our imagination. But anyway, I guess we can call this sector where we all gather together. I think it's fair to say it's an area, I don't know about dominated, but frequented by black people, right? So we'll just say that. Now, many of you, like me, have seen a lot of things take place on this part of YouTube, this sector of YouTube, this black sector of YouTube. A lot of disrespect to the black women, a lot of brothers on here with homo tendencies, you know, a lot of disgraceful black brothers on here saying some crazy things, doing some crazy things. And even some of the women, I tried to turn a blind eye to it, but apparently some of the black women on here have lost their minds as well. Now you guys know me, I love black women. I'm not gonna sit up here and blow and, you know, get on a bullhorn and talk crazy about black women. I'm not gonna do that. But I've noticed some of them have lost their minds as well. And that's unfortunate. But this conversation I had yesterday was very interesting. When I noticed that it's a benefit, according to the conversation, the way I perceive, right? There's a benefit to being a bad person on social media. Yeah, there's a huge benefit. As long as you dress nice, you speak well, you blow all of the whistles and ring all of the bells, you can be as rotten as possible. I mean, if I showed up in a suit, tie, and some spit polished Stacey Adams and clean up my language and give you a presentation where I'm blowing every whistle in sight and ringing every bell, I can be as rotten as I want. I can be as evil as I want. I can be as no good as I want. I can sit up here and lie to you all day long. I can sit up here and talk crazy to black women all day long and won't reap any repercussions. I will only get a benefit. I will get cash apps, donations out the wazoo. I would get a large following. And I will have good people defending me. So I sat and watched good people defend a bad person against another good person. Now, I've said this before, we have serious problems as black people, and that we have to stop defending bad people. Especially good black people need to stop defending bad black people. Okay, so that conversation was very interesting because before I came here and made this space, okay, and declared this space a haven for black women and that they will not be disrespected. No disrespect will be tolerated of any kind of black women on this space, even my brothers too. I won't tolerate no disrespect to my brothers, the good brothers that come here, okay, and seek to build positive relations with the good sisters that's here. We won't tolerate any respect on this channel for neither one, right? So, excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. But according to the two sisters I was talking to, that's nothing. And one of the reasons why it's nothing is because I'm not blowing all the whistles and ringing all the bells. And I'm not dressing like Dapper Dan and wearing pointy shoes, pointy shiny shoes, and speaking with a $250,000 vocabulary. So on social media, at least on social media, if your intentions are good, if you're seeking to be a crusader of the sorts and fight against the riffraff that are destroying our black people, especially our black women, you aren't shit. You aren't worth watching. You aren't worth supporting. You just aren't worth it because you don't fit the criteria of a bad person. So you can be a good person. You just can't be an underdressed good person. You can't be a non-professional good person. You can't be a good person that's not blowing whistles and ringing bells. You can't just have a pure heart. You just can't have a love to help your people, to help your sisters and brothers. That's not enough. You got to have all of this costume shit going on. You have to have all of this trickery going on. This is what I've got from the conversation. So you got these weasels who are up here dressing sharp, teaching non-love towards black women, talking to black women like they're children and they ain't shit, and telling them that they have no worth, they have no value, they are the worst stewards of children, they are the least desired, they are the least to get married. You can get away with all of that if you're dressing nice, if you're blowing the whistles and ringing the bells, and you're jacked up with a $2 million vocabulary. You got all of that, then the women become mesmerized and say, oh, you know what, he's poison, but he can poison my hind parts any day. This is where we're at. We have to become a better quality of black people. We have to stop allowing bad people to rule the day. I mean, the conversation I had was really interesting because it gave me some insight on how some black women think. Of course, these two women don't represent all black women by any way, shape, or form. But I thought it was very interesting why they were attracted to these bad dudes. These dudes that hate black women. These dudes that clearly hate black women. They're not even trying to hide it, man. You know, we're not talking about people who are out here saying, well, you know what? Like, I think black women are cute. And then under their breath, they're like, I can't stand them bitches. We're not talking about people who are doing it. We're talking about people who are saying, I can't stand these bitches outright, loud for everyone to hear. Calling them fat bitches and saying that they aren't willing to compete on the world stage against all the other women for black men. All of a sudden, there's some fictitious black men walking around. Apparently he's worth a lot that black women don't deserve to have. Even though black women give birth to such men, they don't deserve to have them. Now I keep hearing about how black women are overweight and 4 out of 5 are overweight. Really? I wonder what the statistics are for the Beckys, because everywhere I go, now I travel the country actively right now, and everywhere I go, I see fat, sloppy Beckys and Karens. I wonder what their number is. I wonder if it's 5 out of 5 Beckys who are overweight, 6 out of 6, 7 out of 7, 10 out of 10. And I mean super obese. Stomachs dragging the ground. One hand extremely larger than the other. One leg bigger than the other. Disproportionate weight. The disproportionate weight, the disproportioning of the weight is completely out of control. 5, 6, 7 chins. Huge. Huge arms. I'm talking about big, huge, barrel-like arms. They're like power lifters. So I see this all the time, traveling the country right now in real time, every day. Fat, disgusting, super obese Beckys. I wonder what their numbers are. I don't see anybody talking about, well, you know what, 10 out of 10 Beckys are like super morbidly obese. Is there a category? Wait a minute. Is that even a category? Super morbidly obese? Well, I don't know. It needs to be one. Because they're past morbidly obese. Really? Is there such a thing to be past morbidly obese? Yeah, but what the hell do you want to call it? She's as big as a fucking truck. You know, it's really, really funny because I don't see the 4 out of 5 black women who are overweight. Now, we have to understand black people are naturally bigger than most people. Hell, we have children who are 130 pounds at 5'8", 5'9", 145, 165 pounds. And they look fit as I don't know what. Hell, we have children that are most bigger than normal human beings of other races. So my thing is, I don't see this 4 out of 5 black women overweight. I don't see that. And I travel the country every day, state to state, city to city. I don't see this. Now, do I see some black women that are heavy? Yes. But is it a large number of them that I see? No. But I see this huge number of Beckys and Karens. I'm even starting to see Asian women who are obese, something that I've hardly ever seen before. I'm starting to see them overweight. Maybe I need to start taking pictures and posting them of these fat Beckys that I see every day. And I'm wondering why they aren't a part of the conversation since we're talking about women being overweight. It seems to me that the women that you want to run to, they have weight issues as well. You think Hindu Indians don't have weight issues? You think Asians don't have weight issues? You think whites don't? Well, whites clearly have weight issues. Both the men and the women are fucked up. So it's real funny at these coons, on social media, all sharp like $1 million vocabularies, blowing all of the whistles and ringing all the bells, talking this coon shit about black women being overweight when there's more white women out here who look like fucking whales on wheels. Are you kidding me? And I see this. Man, I need to start taking pictures, give you guys visuals of all these fat, nasty Becky's running around here that these guys claim to want to run to. That they claim that they're saving themselves from black women for. Now, my thing is, being a guy who's passionate about loving black women and loving my people, right? I'm not worthy of the attention that these guys get because they have, apparently, they have the appearance. They have the appearance of a sheep, but the mentality of a wolf. And that seems to be what works here on social media with black women. I mean, she really opened up my eyes. She was mesmerized by some of these guys, the way they dress, the way they talk. You didn't give a damn about how rotten they were. That meant nothing to her. That didn't register to her at all. It didn't register to her. And I thought that was very interesting. I'm like, damn, this dude is saying that 4 out of 5 black women are overweight. He calling black women fat bitches. Okay? That ain't mean shit. And I'm sitting there listening to this, right? This was 2 women, black women I was talking to. I'm listening to this shit, right? I'm like, damn. And then check this out. They defended him against me. And tell me why black women are listening to him. I'm like, well, why are they listening to these dudes? Well, they dress nice, they speak nice, they look professional, but these are rotten people. They don't give a fuck about. He's telling you don't give a shit. He's telling you that you're worthless. He's saying that you have no value. That didn't mean shit. Is that where we're at? Is that where we're at? To where it's a benefit to be an awful person. To be a black man who hates black women, who womanize black women, who is a absolute disgrace to black women that don't value the lives of black women, constantly talking bad about black women, and that reaps dividends, positive dividends, especially financially. These guys are getting donations. And I sat there and watched, in one of these chats, I sat there and watched a black woman super chat a huge number of money to one of these people just so she could argue it. Is that where we're at? Hey, shout out to Kia Grace. You losing 17 pounds on the 1 o'clock challenge. Way to go, sweetheart. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Now you see, these guys are talking about black women being overweight, but we're doing something about it. Shout out to Kia Grace. losing 17 pounds on the 1 o'clock challenge. She's feeling good about herself. See? Black women can lose weight. It's not hard. You've been lied to. And so, you can be pure of heart and want the best for your people and trying to do the right things for the people on here. That don't mean shit. You gotta be some fucking shark, some goddamn snake oil salesman. Because that's going to garner the attention. According to what they was telling me, the women are going to go towards the bad guys because the bad guys are lying to them. Really? Seriously? That's what it is? You're flocking to the bad guys because they're lying to you? You don't want anyone telling you the truth? You got the bad guys lying to you about telling you the truth. And you're cool with that? You are enamored with that? You're attracted to that? You're gonna go running over there with your skirt flying in the wind? Can't wait to get there fast enough to be lied to and be disrespected and be put down? Come on now, you gotta be. No, I absolutely refuse to believe that. Maybe the two sisters I was talking to, maybe they're like that, but I absolutely refuse to believe the majority of black women are like that. But when you look at these platforms and you see the black women that support these platforms, it kind of makes you wonder. Kind of makes you wonder. And what are they over there for? Surely you don't think that they have your best interest at heart, because they clearly don't. They're telling you that they don't. They're telling you that you're the least desired. They're telling you that you're the least to get married. They're telling you that you're the worst to us children. They're telling you that you're a baby mama, and that's a lowly thing to be. That you having all of these children. What kills me is, I heard one of these dudes say 4 out of 5 black women are baby mamas, right? Like that's some kind of crazy thing. So, well, if there's 4 out of 5 women, black women that are baby mamas, then there are 4 out of 5 men who are baby daddies. Or maybe it's 2 out of 5 because the 2, right, have all of the children. Between the 2 of them are those 4 baby mamas. So what kills me is they keep talking about these baby mamas, but they don't get made by themselves. I mean, they're really harping on this baby mama shit. Baby mamas have to have baby daddies. We don't talk about baby daddies. For some reason, baby daddies don't exist. They're not on Earth. Hey, somebody help me find some baby daddies. Maybe all these baby mamas with no baby daddies. Wait a minute. What the hell's going on here? How are all these baby mamas getting made? Wait a minute. Last I checked, a baby mama is created by a baby daddy. But for some reason, these guys are saying they got all these baby mamas, and there are no baby daddies. Wait a minute. Wait. Somebody needs to help me find these baby daddies. Where are these baby daddies at? Oh, they don't exist. So the black woman who became a baby mama told the Virgin Mary? What are we talking about here? Is the black woman who became a baby mama, is she impregnating herself? Is she impregnating herself? How is she doing that? How are we having all these baby mamas running around here getting themselves pregnant? Somebody send me a video or a document. Somebody go find me the science behind that. Hit me on the email so I can see how these baby mamas are getting themselves pregnant without any men. I need to see that. Somebody find that for me, please. So I can't find that anywhere. So 4 out of 5 black women are baby mamas, but there are no baby daddies. So you either got 4 out of 5 men who are baby daddies, or you got 2 out of 5 because those 2 are the fathers of all 4 of the kids. I mean, all the kids of them 4 women. So it's bad to be a baby mama, but it's okay to be a cheat. It's okay to be a two-timer. It's okay to go cheat on your girl and make babies with different women. It's okay to do that. That's a badge of honor, right? That's an honorable thing as a black man to go from woman to woman making babies that we don't want to take care of. That's an honorable thing. But you see, what I'm saying isn't worth anything, right? Because I'm not a bad dude and I'm not blowing the whistles and ringing all the bells and I'm not dressed to impress. And I don't have $1 million vocabulary. So what I'm saying don't mean shit. I got to be some sick ass motherfucker who don't give a shit about you, give a shit about motherfuckers, right? In order for people to listen. Because apparently that's what it takes, right? How do you go run into somebody and you can't wait to get there to be lied to? How the hell do you do that? And you know you're going to get lied to when you get there because there's no truth there. It's not a place of truth. It's a place of lies, deceit, disrespect. And they devalue you over there. They tell you that you are the worst and that you don't deserve to have the very man that you give birth to. Saying that you are the worst stewards of children, the worst mothers. Saying that you are the least desired. Now, I don't know where the hell they get that statistic from. I don't know who the hell they're talking to about that. That's a weird statistic. How the hell did they even come up with that? Black women are the least desired. How do you know that? Who knows that? Has anybody questioned where this shit is coming from? Who the fuck knows that black women are the least desired in the world? The whole world? How do you know that? We taking surveys? How do you know that? I'm very curious to how people end up with that kind of information. Very curious. Black women are the least desired. Black women are the least married. Could it be because most black men are unfaithful and don't want to commit? I mean, she can't make a Negro marry her, right? She can't. So these guys running around here talking about, well, 4 out of 5 black women are baby mamas. Like there's no baby daddies. Why don't we ever talk about, hey man, there's 10 out of 10 niggas who are baby daddies who don't take care of their kids. 10 out of 10. Now the last motherfucker I knew that was cool like that was Shaft. Remember? Shaft was on some shit. Who's the man? Who's the man that delivers 10 out of 10? Well, apparently these baby daddies. 10 out of 10 of these niggas are baby daddies and don't take care of their kids. 10 out of 10. You telling me 4 out of 5 black women are overweight? 4 out of 5 black women are baby mamas, like they became baby mamas by themselves. So again, a very interesting conversation I had with these two sisters yesterday, and I love both of them. But they opened up my eyes. There's benefits to being a bad person here on social media. You can be as rotten as fuck as long as you dress nice, you have a good presentation, you look professional, you have $1 million vocabulary, right? As long as you have all that, you can sit up here and disrespect black women from now until the cows come home. You can sit up here and say, oh man, there's some crazy things about black women. Talk to them all crazy. And you good. Because one thing I noticed about the conversation, it was attracted to this bad dude. Even though he was sitting up here saying all these bad things about black women, that never registered. He didn't give a fuck about that. Because he couldn't get past how he looked, couldn't get past the bells, him blowing the whistles and ringing the bells. Couldn't get past that. Didn't give one good goddamn at the fact of he was sitting up here saying black women ain't shit, black women have no value, you're nothing but fat bitches, and blasey, blasey, blasey. Didn't give a damn about any of that. That didn't register at all. It was though he was talking to a person who had a skull that was solid all the way through. A person with a skull as solid as a rock. That didn't mean shit. This nigga up here calling black women, devaluing black women, calling them out their name, devaluing them, making them feel like they ain't shit. And she didn't give a damn about any of that. But you know what? One thing I've learned about social media, you meet all kinds of funny people on here. I have to give social media credit. If I ever write a book, it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to call it the Book of Observations of everything I've observed, especially on social media. Should be a pretty funny book. The people that I've come across on social media are absolutely amazing. I've never seen these kind of people in all of my life. Some of them I've heard about in fairy tales. Some of them I've seen on cartoons. Some of them I just didn't know existed. And some of them I actually can't believe exist. If you would have told me, let me see, 20 years ago, when I was in my 30s, if somebody would have told me, hey Max, man, when you go on YouTube, social media, you're gonna meet all kinds of people You're gonna meet people who like being abused. Nah, what are you talking about, man? Nobody likes being abused. I'm telling you, you're gonna meet black people that like being abused. Nah, you're crazy. You're gonna meet black people that like being lied to. Nah, man, you're lying, man. Stop playing. Nah, for real. And I ran into that. Like I said, that conversation really opened up my eyes yesterday. And don't get me wrong, I got some great things from the conversation. I got some great advice. You know what I'm saying? But some of the things I heard blew my mind. We have gotten to the point where we don't care anything about quality anymore. We go for all this fictitious shit. All this stuff that's nothing but a gimmick, an obvious gimmick. And it don't mean shit if it's obvious. That don't mean nothing to anyone. Yeah, I know he's a charlatan. Yeah, I know he's an asshole. Yeah, I know he ain't shit. But he looks cool. Yeah, I know he's a detriment to black people. Yeah, I know he's dividing black women and trying to get black women to fight each other by separating single baby mamas and single mothers. I know he's doing all these rotten things, but he looks cool. Hey, man, you got good black people fighting over bad black people. Good black people defending bad black people against good black people. I mean, yo, the shit that I hear, right? Now, I'm an old dog. I'm not as stupid as people think I am. I've been around. Now, I've seen a lot, okay? Some of you think you're smart and all that. That's fine. You can spell yourself. That's cool. I'm just too mentally strong for a lot of shit, so I don't say anything, right? But check this out. You got a person that's so mixed up, right? That they'd rather go to somebody they feel more comfortable with a person that's going to lie to them and degrade them and put them down. And then we sit up here and we say, well, you know what? That's what it is. Rather than trying to help. Like, for example, something as small as now, the 1 o'clock challenge is small now. But when we're going to stick with it, it's going to get big because it works. We got black women losing weight. Kia Grace just lost 17 pounds. Shout out to Kia Grace in the chat. Loses 17 pounds on the 1 o'clock challenge. And the 1 o'clock challenge isn't over. There's 3 phases to it. We're wrapping up the first phase today. We're going to the second phase tomorrow. There's 3 phases. We invented the 1 o'clock challenge to directly combat these bums, right, who are saying that black women are overweight and don't want to do anything about it. So you'd rather go support the black men who have a bullhorn and telling the rest of the world that you're a fat pig, that you're a fat slob, you're a Porsche monkey, you're an ape, and saying that you're overweight and ridiculing you about it and don't want to give you any kind of word to help you at all. You'd rather go chill with them and go watch them, listen to them insult you, but don't want to support someone who's sitting over here with actually a solution to help you. And a great solution. An easy fix. But you don't want to support that. You'd rather go in and support people who are ridiculing you in front of the whole world. I'll never understand that. Now, I know some of you psychological gurus have been saying, Max, you know, Some people are cool with this point. Yeah, I know all the psychological babble. I'm telling you, I will never understand that. I will never understand that. My mind just don't work that way. All right? I will never understand why you will go run and flock and support somebody who's doing nothing but ridiculing you, putting you down, saying that you have no worth, you have no value, you are the least in everything, and you go running over there supporting that person just because they dress nice and they have $1 million vocabulary and they seem to be blowing all of the whistles and ringing the bells. You don't have any more. You don't think of yourself any more than that. I think of you more than you think of yourself. All right, if you were around me, I wouldn't even let you think like that about yourself. I wouldn't let you feel like that about yourself. That would bother me if you felt that lowly of yourself. I wouldn't even let that happen if you were around me. Yeah, and trust me, I'm aware of all the psychoanalysis and the psychobabble from a lot of you self-appointed psychological gurus who say you have all these psych degrees. I understand all that. I get that. I'm just telling you, for me, I'm a simplistic old dude. I'm into the simplicity of life. I'm telling you, for me, I will never ever understand that. So, this is where we're at. If you are bad, if you are a rogue, if you don't give a fuck, there's benefits to being like that. There's benefits to being that way. You get the benefit. You get support. You get undying support. You get. And you know what? These people, check this out. What kills me about these guys? They be talking crazy to the people that support them too. Talk crazy to them. Somebody said, well, let's make it the equivalent of watching a train wreck. Well, okay. Well, train wrecks get cleaned up. These guys are constant. Like I said, that conversation I had with the two women yesterday, it really opened up my eyes about it. I got a lot of good stuff from that conversation. And shout out to those two women. They know who they are. I got a lot of good advice. But also had my mind blown. I mean, is that where we really at? Are we supporting people who are terrible people simply because they have a certain presentation? Because they're eye candy? Okay, you got the eye candy, fine. What about the quality of the person? What about the quality of the content? You got the eye candy, but the content is fucked up. Okay, so you're gonna stay there and be told that you ain't shit, told that you have no value, told that you have no hope, told that you are doomed. You're gonna sit there and listen to that because of the eye candy? You're gonna sit there and be called a fat bitch or you know, a terrible mother, the worst steward of children, all these negative things that these guys just keep hammering on black women on a daily basis. You're gonna sit there and listen to that shit because of the eye candy? And even if you can handle it, right? What about the other women? You know, the most interesting thing that I took out of that conversation I had with the sisters yesterday, right? was how they didn't care about the young sister who had a mental struggle, who was having an emotional struggle. There was no love for them. They were ridiculed as bad as the dude was doing. Oh, they had low self-esteem, they this, they that. They need help. You have no regard for your sisters. I see that as a tragedy. I see that as a tragedy. I noticed that they had no regard for the sisters that was unfortunately trapped in that fucking quagmire. Trapped inside of a cesspool of magnetizing lies and deceit. They say you can attract more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. Is that true? Well, I guess it would be if you consider yourself a fly, right? Only the flies know. My thing is, I'm never going to change. I'm going to be Max. Now, I might stand to be a little bit more professional because I've learned some things talking to these sisters yesterday. And shout out to them two sisters. They really helped me out a lot and really gave me some food for thought. So there's some cool things, some cool changes I'm going to make because of that conversation. But I'm going to stay Max. If anybody's waiting for the other shoe to drop, what shoe? I wear boots. I'm a working man. If anybody waiting for Max to flip, stop waiting. There is no flipping. I'm naturally like this. I naturally love black women. It's ingrained in my DNA. See, the cool thing about being me, I don't have to get up in the morning and remember any lies I told. Because I'm the real deal. I love black women naturally. I respect black women naturally. I care for black women naturally. I protect black women naturally. I provide for a black woman naturally. This is natural for me. It's not a burden. It doesn't bother me to be this way. I am this way for real, naturally. There is no changing for those who are waiting for me to change and flip. It's not going to happen. To me, it's not a bother or a burden to love black women. That doesn't bother me. That's no effort for me because it's natural. I don't burn energy loving black women because it's natural. So I ain't got to worry about sounding different. I ain't got to worry about what lie did I tell today, what lie did I tell yesterday. Before I get found out, before they found out that I really don't give a shit about black women. I ain't got to worry about none of that. I am the real deal. So those who, because I heard, not heard, but I've read people saying, you know what, sooner or later, Max gonna flip. Nah, ain't no flipping. People say, well, they waiting for the other shoe to drop. Ain't no other shoe. Hey, man, nah, ain't nobody bucking. Shout out to Bell more. That's my sister. I love Bell, man. Y'all have no idea. Bell is off the hook, man. I enjoy talking to Bell, especially in the back chat. We have a lot of great talks. She is so much fun to talk to. You know. So I'm not gonna stay on much longer. I'm running over an hour already. But yeah, and so like I said, the conversation I had yesterday was very interesting. It's sad too. It's really sad to have this kind of presence on social media, and it's accepted, you know. And we have some sisters who actually think that this is a cool thing by supporting these scoundrels. These guys are scoundrels. These guys are land pirates. They're bloodsuckers. They're energy stealers. They're festering bunglers. They have no respect. They hate black women, and they're willing to exploit that to their financial benefit at your expense. They care nothing for you. Anytime a man tells you that he would delight in seeing you drown in the pool of your own blood, cares nothing for you. Okay? And this is social media, right? At least it's YouTube, right? Very interesting people on here. So I'm saying to myself, what am I doing wrong? Why come I don't have the support that these bums have? I mean, these guys hate black women. I love black women. I don't have support. But I was told I had a rude awakening yesterday. The eye candy. The women love the eye candy, no matter how rotten the nigger is. The eye candy excuses all of the rotten shit. I guess that's why these guys can do what they do and be so successful, because the women are caught up in the eye candy and don't give a shit about actual content that's being spoken. You know, the venom, the poisonous, pure hatred that's being spoken towards black women, they don't give a fuck about that. According to the two women I was talking to yesterday, they don't give a fuck about that. That don't mean shit. In fact, that was a so and type situation. Hey, he's talking about black women ain't shit. He said, so and really? Hey, he's saying black women are the worst. He's saying black women are the least, and that they're doomed. So and really? Hey, he said black women are 4 out of 5 are baby mamas, and that's the lowest place on earth, and that they don't deserve a black man. So and really? I mean, wow. 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 But then sometimes, when I wake up in the morning, I like my days to be unpredictable, right? I like them to be unpredictable. Oh, my co-host is here. Let me let her up real quick. I like my days to be unpredictable, right? I mean, think about it. When you wake up in the morning, do you think that you would say wow like this? Wow! I mean, think about that for a second. Do you think that you would run into something that would make you say wow that hard? Let's do it one more time, okay? 1, 2, 3. Wow! Yeah, that's what I've experienced yesterday, and I had no idea that was going to happen. I'm just waking up in the morning, minding my own business. Okay, I got to go to work. I'm tired. I'm angry. White people messing with my money and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm open to E Nation, going back and forth with my E Nation peoples. You know what I'm saying? And then I run into a conversation with two black women. At the end, I was on some shit like this. Wow! And I had no idea that was coming. Now you think about that. When you don't have any when you wake up in the morning, right? You just don't think that that's going to happen. That's not even on your mind, right? So that goes to tell you right there how my mind was blown from what I heard, right? Because apparently this is where we are. Now I'm sorry, I can't be a rotten person. I can't do that, and I'm sorry for the people out there that don't want to support me because I'm not a rotten person. I can't do that. I could probably blow some whistles and ring some bells, gas it up a little bit, throwing some, you know. But the rotten thing, I can't do that. So I guess I'm doomed for no support because I can't be a rotten person. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit up here and start talking crazy about black women because that's just not in me. I guess I'll just keep talking to my fam. I guess that's just what it's going to be. Okay? Hey, Dane.
Yes.
Hey, do me a favor. Take over for me for a few minutes. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. So yeah, no, don't want you to change Max to be a no good person and stuff like that. And I don't understand neither why people make the choices they make to support somebody. You know, they can see it, but yet they still dare to watch it. We think Well, I think it's the attracted to drama, to accident happening. They want to see somebody get tearing into. As long as it's not them, they don't care. Um, they want to establish their point of view. Yeah, they were right into thinking this and that. Um, about about well, about us black women, let's be honest, this is what they doing. They saying that uh that we no good, and that we're not going to get whatever is they assume we want and stuff like that. And like their variations of a good man is totally different from mine and stuff like that. Or I should give up. There's no hope for me. I supposedly hit the wall. I'm too big for any dude to want me, or at least want me for marriage and a relationship. But yeah, sex. I'm cool for that, to be the side chicks, the sex partner, the pump and dump girl. And I can't expect any more of that. But that's a lie. We know that's a lie. But they getting they feeding off for, and they picking on, and they hammering into women whose self-esteem is already so low they believe in this and they accepting this, and it ain't true. Yeah, there's no exceptions to the rule about black women are wanted, no matter what size, shape, or whatever, um, whether they have children or not. Some black men want them, not just for sex, not for bump and dump, for a relationship, a partnership, in whatever form you find acceptable. If it's marriage, if you don't believe into the marriage, but you believe in a long-term one-to-one monogamous relationship, that whatever works for you, but the main thing is that you love each other, respect each other, care for one another. Oh yes, brother speak. I also forgot about that. They attract the ones that want to argue with them. Yeah, they want to trigger black women into an argument with them because that's exactly what they want. And you know what? Part of the reason I think women fall for it because women argue with each other all the time. So it's no different from arguing with another woman. Most men, after a few sentences, they give up. They don't bother. They walk out on it. It's pointless to them. But no, these they want to argue with you, and maybe we the urge to argue with them is like the urge we have to argue with any other woman we disagree with. Maybe we unknowingly accepting that these dudes are another woman and that we should argue with them. Defend our position. Girl, you wrong. You know you wrong for that. You know that ain't true, girl. And stuff like that. Maybe we unconsciously that strong need to argue with them. And even if we are not in the position of the woman they are talking about and stuff like that, that we have the urge to fight them and correct them and argue with them like we would any other woman. But yeah, so hey, if you ever thought about it, ladies, that when you have an urge to argue with a guy that sometimes you unknowingly thinking of them as another woman, so that's why you argue with them like another woman. Interesting take. But okay, Aaron saying a man that purposely argues with women has much ways about him.
Okay, I'm back.
Because
So
you know,
right.
let me just say this one thing real quick. Okay, men that argue with women know that they can't physically get into it with another man because eventually men's arguments, verbal arguments, turn into physical arguments. And since they know they can't beat another man, so to say, they're gonna argue with women. And if the woman make a mistake and get triggered, or he wants to assume in his mind she's getting physical, he has the right to hit her. He can beat up a woman. He can beat against a woman. But a man, no, he's going to take some licks and there's a chance he's going to get his behind whipped. And these dudes do not want to accept a loss. They don't want to be hurt. They're pretty and frail and they can't take it. It's wrong that a man should beat up on them. Okay.
Let's look at it. Let's go this way for a second. Go on mute so we don't get the static real quick. So, Dame, so they're saying 4 out of 5 black women are overweight, right? Now, I don't see this. I travel the country actively every single day, state to state, city to city. I don't see this. Now, I do see some thick sisters here and there, but I see Becky's everywhere I go. In every city, every state. And man, it's almost, in my estimation, 9 out of 10 Becky's who are super morbidly obese. Like I said, I don't even know if there's such a category. I just made it up. super morbidly obese. I'm talking about stomachs that look like big fucking laundry bags. Okay, big ass legs that look like elephant legs. About 10 or 12 chins that look like they're hiding people under those chins. Big, huge arms. Huge. These arms are gigantic. Now, it seems to me that they have the wrong type of woman who is overweight. That would seem to me, because I'm looking at this in real time, in real life. I'm sitting over here in Indiana at a truck stop looking out my window, and I must have seen so far, I done counted 17 Beckys walking back and forth that are all overweight. And I mean disgustingly overweight. Junk in the trunk, junk in the suitcase, junk in the pocketbook, junk in the change purse, junk in the grocery bag, junk every goddamn where. I'm talking about they are taking overweight to an art form. So basically, we can make up a hashtag right now. Becky, the art of being overweight. Hashtag Becky, the art of being overweight. Now, I don't never hear any conversation about this. I see this all the time. I'm watching it now. Even these trucker wives, these white dudes, don't even want to be with their own Beckys. Some of them wait for her to get out of the goddamn truck, and when she gets out of the goddamn truck, the airbags start to inflate. Okay? So once the airbags inflate, the truck comes back up off the fucking ground. Then here comes Brad, and he's usually fucking what? Fucking 6 feet tall, weigh about 72 pounds. And she's like 3'9", you know, pushing about 2,500. And so he's mad because he has to get out of the truck because he drives for a long period of time. Now he's mad that he got to get out of the truck and go in the back and get a goddamn hand truck in case she trips and falls. Because he got to be able to pick her big ass up and roll her to the goddamn doorstep. Some of them have this, some of these brads, when they get out of their trucks, they have these expressions on their face like they wish the bitch never got out of the truck at all. So, this is what I'm saying. I don't see these park gapes of black women that they're talking about. And I frequent the Southeast a lot where there's a lot of black women, a strong number of black women. Georgia, I don't see this. Now, I'm not saying I don't see a sister or two overweight here and there, but it ain't nothing like what I see with these Beckys. Almost every single Becky I see is some blobbering, fucking huge roll of fat back. Some old brontosaurus fucking pterodactyl looking motherfucker. So I don't understand. These guys who seem to be running to these damn Beckys. Why aren't you talking about that? Why are we talking about these niggas running around here with these big fat ass Beckys? Why are we talking about that? Why are we talking about 4 out of 5 black women over? How about 4 out of 5 niggas is with a fat ass Becky? A huge Becky. You can't even drive around with nothing. You gotta have a goddamn power jack or fucking a goddamn ham truck in your fucking trunk in case this bitch falls. You gotta have a piece of machinery to lift her ass up. At least the black women are overweight, right? At least they can walk on their own power. And if they fall, they can get the hell up. Hell, if Becky fall for once, she gonna fucking cost you money because wherever she fell at, they gonna sue you for fucking up their goddamn concrete. Now you got to deal with that, and you got to go bring a goddamn hand truck or a power jack to lift her ass up. And don't let her sit in the back seat of your car. It's gonna look like you got hydraulics in the front. So I don't understand this overweight shit. I don't see this. I see this with these Beckys and these Karens and these Megans. Big old huge backs. Got these backs. I mean, they big. Big, wide, huge. Big stew looking motherfuckers. The bitch looked like her name should be Biff Stew. That's how big her back is. Yo, Biff. Excuse me? My name is Becky. Oh, I thought it was Biff. My bad. I saw you from behind. You know, thought you was somebody who used to play ball with and shit. No, I don't play ball. Well, I just thought maybe. Anyway. So my thing is, actually, that's a very good point, Remy Norris. That's a good point. We need the Beckys to take the derelict niggas out of the neighborhood. That's not a bad idea. That's a very good point. I never looked at it that way. Yeah, you know what? Let the derelicts. Yeah, you know what? Let's let these fucking walruses come into the neighborhood. They can get these derelict niggas out of here, so we can get stronger. Yeah, but you see, my thing, bro, speak, you know, I don't have no respect for people who complain about a problem that they can help fix. Now, it's one thing if you can't help fix it. I get that. But if you can help fix it and you complain about it, I got no respect. We're working on fixing it right now. We got the 1 o'clock challenge, which is still small, but it's going to get bigger once the success of it gets out. Shout out to Kia and Auntie, who's a mad way on our 1 o'clock challenge. Dame Frankie on our 1 o'clock challenge. Once the success gets out there, that this is very successful and easy to do, it'll get bigger and will help more black women. See, black women have been lied to talking about you can't lose weight. It's hard to lose weight because you're a woman and get the fuck out of here. A woman can lose weight as easy as a man can lose weight. Dang. Dang, come back on for me real quick.
Yes.
All right. You take us home. I'll be right back when I come back when I close out, all right?
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, there are all types of races with the heavyset women. But the same black men that'll say that she's too fat, I don't want to be with her because of her weight, and I want a white woman. The one they choose is the fat white woman. If the problem was black women were fat, why are you choosing a fat white woman? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they, you notice how they never mention how there are fat Beckys out there. Yeah. Yeah, and main ones that be complaining about weight instead of just move on to a black girl that ain't heavy, that ain't overweight or don't fit, and then a lot of them they still want what they consider fat black woman. Yeah, because by European standard, a lot of black women are considered fat, even when they're not. I I've seen the so-called fat black woman that they claim and get many dudes. In fact, the dudes would be like, "What are they talking about? She's thick. She's shapely. If you don't want her, I'll take her." That type thing. Hmm. You keep your flat booty, Becky. I'm going with that. Going with my black woman. She got shape. I like something I can hold on to. Yeah. Now, who they choose, who they really choose? I think it's because they after the whiteness and the so-called skinny Becky's that they supposedly are emulate don't want nothing to do with them.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, Dave. Thanks for holding it down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to shut it down. I got work to. Then go on mute, please, so we don't get static. We figure that out. Want to thank everybody for showing up. Hassan Burton, Ori, One, Remy, all of y'all, my strong peoples. Listen, from now on, what we're going to do is we're going to consolidate our shows back into one show the way we had it at the beginning. So everything will be in one central place so you don't have to bounce all over the place. Okay? Because what happened was I separated all the shows, but all the shows used to be a part of one main show. So I'm going to go back to that format soon. And look for the new Black Power Network coming out soon. We will be starting a new channel. We got some other direction we're going to go over on that side. So I will let you know when that channel is live. We're going to be doing something different over there, opposed to what we're doing here on the East Star Network. All right. So again, and we got the Black Star Cinema on Discord. So if you want to be a part of Black Star Cinema, just become a part of my Discord. Next week, we will launch Black Star Cinema on our Discord, and we will be showing the Black Panther. All right. So if you want to come hang out in Discord with us in our Black Star Cinema, just become a member of our Discord, and then when we go live with the Black Panther, you can come on in and watch it, hang out with us. We're going to be premiering a lot of movies on the Black Star Cinema on our Discord. All right. All right. So remember, man, when you get up in the morning, and you're going about your day, you're not thinking about stuff. Just remember, you could run into something during the day that may make you do something like this. Wow! Remember that, okay? That's what happened to me yesterday. And I had no idea it was going to happen. It may happen to you. All right? If it happens to you, I want you to come in here on my next live and tell me, hey, Max, I had one of those huge wow moments. We're going to call it huge wow or big wow. So you have one of them huge wow moments or big wow moments. Come here and tell us about it and tell us what made you go, wow! Okay? We are interested in hearing that. All right? All right, everybody. Peace, power, and unity. All right? We'll see you. If we don't see you again this week on Gangsta Talk, we will see you Saturday night on Ladies Night. Okay? All right, everybody. Peace out. Peace, power, and unity.
Yo, y'all do this right. There's a lot more work where that came from. No doubt. Right, are you having a good time so far? All that tonight. I'll leave my fools like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my fools like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my fools like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my fools like heroin in your nose. Underestimate the real eye. The gun swinging back, a sick type of fuck. I let blood stain in every spot that I rock. I'm representing Jersey, spitting rhymes like a clock. Into the Cape Fear where MCs be shell shocked. I got the stash in my dash with the stock and the why. The stupid hook the pimp with the blow counting back in the land cruiser. I get in charge from the sound of the bus. I was made to crush. I wet rappers till they rust. Energy leap, negative 20 sleep, we creep, then the final complete. That's how I'm bouncing for the 9/5, son. We don't promote no masquerade, cause we was players from day one. We start trends, we make hits. KF and Larry be on some real live shit. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. KF and Larry be on some real live shit. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. KF and Larry be on some real live shit. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. KF and Larry be on some real live shit. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. Smokes in the windows cause I'm moving with heat. I got a mean ass fraud in my shotgun seat. You can get bumped any day of the week. That nigga Larry be making rappers retreat. You know it like if I fail. Jack is on my tail. I blow up your block, I let behave like black hell. I use an M16 to blast clowns off the planet in cold blood. My heart is made of granite. My counterpart, the K to the tap, yeah. Quick beat, the mass murderer, Willis left. We got the whole game locked, sold. Beats on hold, like the pimp on his stroll. I'm busting caps in the sugar-coated rap, yo. This is a lyrical terrorist manifesto. Sipping the lemon, getting lit. I'm hit, ignite the fat split from on some real live shit. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your